unconditional love. I'm Olo, Thoth, code in the cosmos, sending you heart, love, and energy. Feel that? Yeah, it's potent. So today I would like to speak about blame and projection and judgment, how to bring these to the light to be transformed, and well, to be transformed into love and giving and extension of love and forgiveness or compassion even. So when we're seeing through the lens of forgiveness, we are compassionate beings. We understand that at the core we're all innocent and that we're all love, and not all of us realize or recognize that we are love. And that's why this is all happening, why the projection and such things are happening. It's because, well, if you see it from the sacred spirit's perception, everything is a expression of love or a call for love. And most of the time, yes, it is an unconscious call for love. They're not consciously asking for love. But if you do perceive it in this way, that the only lack we need supply is love within ourselves, then we'll begin to channel the light into this world. So the mind will be at peace and it'll be able to serve love. And what a mighty purpose to serve love, don't you guys think? So I've had some personal experiences with projection, and what it really takes to just witness a projection and recognize it as a projection. Well, you can't hold on to any judgment if you're going to see others truly. You have to know yourself and give within, let it overflow, till your knowledge of self reflects in this world. So there's a lot of people like projecting onto others that they are projecting, and that's still projection. If you carry bitterness rather than sweetness within your heart, within your awareness, then it's still projection. And I'm just asking you all to turn it inward and not blame yourself, not project onto yourself, but really forgive. And what I mean by turn it inward is accept that how you feel in this moment is generated from within. That if you are upset because you are upset. It's much simpler than we think. It's not as complicated if we remove the form and turn it inward. I am happy because I am happy. I am upset because I am upset. It is an inner choice. And if we are suffering, we first must acknowledge that we have a perceptual problem. And don't beat yourself up about it either, but forgive yourself and learn from your mistakes. Take it as a happy forgiveness opportunity. So we're turning it inward, realizing that there is no justification for anger and projection. If we're upset within ourselves, we try to justify our inner feeling by saying it's out there, the cause of our pain is coming from out there. If someone cuts us off in traffic, we'll be upset at someone else. And this is simply because we are upset within ourselves. It's not because someone cut us off in traffic. We cannot blame someone for how we feel when the way we feel is generated from within. Responsibility is really, taking responsibility, saying my karma is my doing, my life is my doing. And I'm not a victim of the experiences that happened to me. I am a being of love, and I have the power to choose how I feel in this present moment. The only thing that could be holding us back from being happy and being peaceful and having these talks with people and communicating without conflict to resolve issues, karmic issues. Because oftentimes when we meet someone in our life and there's just often conflict arising in consciousness, there's usually some kind of karmic tie and karmic purpose with that being, and you're meeting in this dream to basically see what you have not forgiven. That's what is causing the suffering, is not recognizing that you are actually manifesting in your dream that which you want to forgive. Because everything is for our soul's growth in this life. And when we don't run from our experiences, when we don't blame our experiences, we turn it inward and really ask ourselves, like, how much creative power do I have? And, well, my life is what I've made it. So I'm not going to blame anybody else. I've created this, and I'm either going to see it as beautiful or not. I'm either going to learn for it, or I'm going to think I'm the victim and play the victim game and disempower myself. I don't want that for you guys. I want you guys to know that you aren't victims of this world. There is no consequence for being peaceful and following what you truly believe in, following your heart. So I encourage you to continue following your heart. See the innocence within all beings and respond from a place of sweetness when you see someone calling for love, when someone's responding from a place of fear. You're not there to necessarily poke at all the fears that another person is experiencing. This is someone manifesting in your dream so that you can resolve conflict. So if you look at it that way, choose miracles instead of conflict, because miracles are the opposite of conflict. And there is an opposite of conflict. There is an opposite of miracles, because miracles are born from love, but they aren't love itself. Love is beyond explanation. It's only really understood with direct experience of Creator and what really is. But all of the suffering that we experience in our life, all of the anger towards out there that we have, is generated from within. And if we can begin to forgive these beings and see their innocence, then we can begin being compassionate and responding to these beings in the most helpful way. Because it doesn't help to poke at people's egos and such things, and all of that, and bring awareness to problems. A lot of people are bringing awareness to problems without any intention of bringing a solution to it. And I'm not projecting. I see this with non-judgment, and the thing is, these beings are calling for love, and what they really need is to supply that lack of love, that perceived lack of love within themselves, through the practice of advanced forgiveness. I talk about it, forgiveness and advanced forgiveness many times on my YouTube channel. I kind of just go in a spiral all of my life talking about it. But it gives me joy, and it works, guys. The more that we understand forgiveness, and that we start looking for those weak areas of our minds that need to be strengthened, and we start watering them and figuring them out and having a relationship. It's all like a relationship. Our minds, and to look at certain areas of our consciousness, and how we relate to them as awareness, is very important. If we look at the area of perception, what is your relationship to that area of your mind? What is your relationship to the rational mind? What is your relationship to the intuition, And then, that reflects, that's why the world is such a blessing in a sense, is because it reflects, all of that which our relationship to our own mind is our relationship to our brothers and sisters. And when we see others that are very intuitive, less or more intuitive than us, we could say, what is your relationship to that? Are you humble in listening to the people that have great intuition, listening to the wisdom, and when people have less, to supply that lack for them through miracles? Is that your perception of such things? It's good to contemplate. So the next time you see someone appearing in this dream to you, ask yourself, what are they reflecting at you that you need to forgive? And what about that person do you want to embody, and what do you not want to embody? And is that coming from judgment, or is that coming from just knowing that we're all unique beings? Because if someone's very peaceful, I would want to embody that essence as well, and be humble to this being, and listen when wisdom is being spoken, and when darkness is spoken, speak up and say this isn't right and everything, and try to work it out with removing the conflict from the situation. Because if someone is trying to, project onto you, what do you do with that? You remove the conflict from it, of course. You, instead of fighting fire with fire and basically adding to the problem, at least remove the conflict within yourself. And if this is a very intense, extreme experience, you can protect yourself and your form and everything, but to have bitterness and hatred towards people is really just a call for love. That's something that you need to look inward about and forgive. So yeah, forgiveness is looking at the world with non-judgment and just kind of being the witness of letting things go by. They're in their awareness and they leave their awareness in a sense, or they're in your attention, they go out of your attention, you know, and life is kind of a spiral. It's not about, you know, finding the core of the spiral, where is it, because it's an infinite ratio. If we just recognize it as a pattern, then we can witness it with non-attachment, non-judgment, and such things. That's what transcending our karma is all about, as awareness, as spirit. And bringing that into the body is really what extending light is about. I suppose when we reach peace, our mind can serve spirit. So I encourage you to look within, to see this reflective process happening in the world, and to loosen your grasp upon all of these experiences. Because we are spirit, we're not just a form or a body or what I call the ego self-concept. We're so much more. We are eternal beings. And it's time we call all of our experience, all of our wisdom into the body and everything, and into the world to be shared. Because that's the opposite of blaming the world and playing the victim, saying that you are hurting me, or you did this wrong thing, bad thing, and you're doing it bad to me, which is making me less good. We are saying, I am great, first of all. I am love, I'm spirit, I'm not a body or limited in any way. First, realize who we really are, and then bring that to the world. If there's conflict in another, then be like, hey, I see there's some conflict within your mind, and this is how I've dealt with that same sort of energy play, that same sort of conflict within myself. This is what I did, and it makes me happy. Not everyone's gonna like that, but it's all about being ourselves, and, you know, people that are meant to be, you know, through trusting love and the universe, the right people will be drawn to us, and the people that don't resonate with us will not be drawn to us, you know? So choose what you want to embody and share love to the world. Instead of blaming someone for cutting you off in traffic, simply say, I will not embody this same thing that is manifesting this energy play. I will not be ignorant. So don't be ignorant then. Instead of, you know, getting out of your car and yelling at this person, you're making me bad because you're bad. say, I'm good, so you just cut me off in traffic. Maybe just for the awareness, you could not cut the next person off in traffic. You know? Like, what's the big deal that we have to, like, start conflicts over these things when, we are eternal beings? You know? Like, if we're eternal, why don't we just learn to get along? We've been here forever. We're gonna be here forever. We might as well learn how to get along with each other and remove the inner conflict and be helpful to others. Don't pray for all those people that need help to come to you. Go to them. Go to the beings that need help for healing their suffering, that are really, find the ones that are really willing to dispel their suffering too, and to dissolve it, to become free. There's a lot of purpose in speaking to open ears, but not closed ones, guys. So just be yourself and pay attention to, the things that are drawn to you and the experiences that you have, and have a good self-reflective process. Like, okay, I created this today. And you can even write down like things that you did during the day, and go through the list and be like, this I want to embody tomorrow, this I want to not embody tomorrow, and do this self-reflecting process to yourself in the kindest way that you possibly can, without beating yourself up about what you did all day, because in truth, guys, we didn't do anything. We are spirit, and we're in heaven. And no sin ever happened. It never could happen, because sin is a false belief about the child of Creator. And what we really are in truth is innocent as spirit. The only thing that we can do is think that we fucked up, and that's guilt. But guilt is there for a purpose, to show us where we have gone wrong and where we need to forgive in order to manifest the life of our dreams and the self that we truly want to be. Lighten up, yo. We're just lightening up. Woohoo, woohoo. We gotta take moments for joy and how many moments? Yeah, I've been I'm happy with like, here's some positive self-reflection. I feel that I've been really keeping the conflict out of me, and not responding with conflict to others that are, conflicted and such things. And like, cool, good for you, they could say, and everything. And yeah, I don't really not really bringing this up for the sake of boasting, though, or being proud. I'm just self-reflecting that we can live without conflict in our life and without suffering. And this does happen through the practice of advanced forgiveness, of bringing light to the darkness, and strengthening our weaknesses. I just wanted to quickly say, like, if you're not like a good socially with people or whatever, why don't you just go and surround yourself with a bunch of people? Might be uncomfortable at first, but that's the way that you're gonna grow. If you can't spend time alone, why don't you just spend some time alone? and try to figure out your way to enjoy it. Might be really intense at first or something, and not very peaceful at first, but that's just because it's a muscle you haven't really been working out or whatever for a while. So the mind is like a muscle. When we repeat positivity and truth and love within our minds, and think with the Holy Spirit, with the Sacred Spirit's thought system, then we are able to channel this love through the mind, through the body. And like whatever with like the train of thought that I was just on, because you know, I am awareness and I'm just witnessing all of this. I just see it from like all of these different trains of thoughts that I could go down, and just kind of connecting all the dots and everything. And it's nice to see it this way rather than like thinking that I am these thoughts and everything, and that if I lose my train of thought, I've lost me. Well, I haven't lost me. I'm here, and I'm just trying to be graceful and tell you guys what's up with my life and how I deal with it. You know, because it's helped me to listen to me, my higher self, my guides, the love within myself, my inner voice. I'm probably gonna start rambling unless I end this video, so I hope this has blessed you all truly. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I hope you learned, found some things to apply to life. Even if you feel some anger towards someone, just surround them with golden light within your mind's eye, or repeat a mantra that you love them at the core. You love who they truly are as spirit. We are all one, you know? So we might as well learn to get along and remove the conflict within ourselves first. And then we can be the example for how love can be channeled into this world through our vessels, through our minds, through our open hearts. Okay, I love you all.